So that's the dipper of the digger on the big radial arm drill with a reaming bit on it, used to ream the hole out the correct size for the new bushes after the hole was welded up. You see the new bushes fitted. One of our big old radial arm drills. So yeah, new bushes fitted, seals, and stick it on the digger next door and reassemble. So yeah, apologies I didn't catch the disassembly in this video, but yeah, we're just going to dive in halfway through here and catch a few steps of the repair and the fitting of this thumb. So yeah, if you want to see more excavator videos, give me a thumbs up. That's how I know what you guys want to see. Thanks for your support. So just got this little digger in my corner, and it's been rebushed and repinned, and it's having a thumb attachment fitted, which are not popular here in UK and Europe. Very popular in America. Everybody seems to run a thumb. So yeah, just got it lined up and ready to put a weld across the bottom here. Tricky enough to line up because Volvo have quite an awkward design of a boom, which consists of two pressed or folded halves welded together with a seam, and they have a few awkward little the casting on the bottom piece, and it has a weld seam around it here, so a few nice awkward little bulging weld seams, no flat faces to weld anything on. So yeah, thanks Volvo. think Volvo mini excavators actually used to be Hell Job, if you want to look those up. They were bought over, and yeah, not altogether fussed on the press plate boom design. Bit of a bollocks, no flat surfaces, but hey, that's the way everything's going nowadays. So anyway, I'll weld this thumb on. It's lined up, has to be lined up in two axes, has to be lined up that way, and then has to be lined up that way because the thumb needs to meet the teeth of the bucket in the middle. So yeah, I'll weld that up, and that should be her finished, ready to go. So yeah, I've just put the arm up in the air to make it a bit easier to weld. Don't do this without putting something under it. I'm not positioning my body under it at any stage, so I have no real concerns of it falling and killing me. If I did have to work under it, I would hook the crane onto it. Quite interesting, you can see in the video here the machine hydraulics creeping down in the speeded up footage. This is no big deal. It's not very fast for an older machine with quite a few hours in the clock, so no real concerns here, normal enough leakage, but it's just cool to see it speeded up. So that's it welded on. I'll go to the hose guy now. He fit the hoses onto the thumb to the auxiliary circuit of the excavator, and check it, everything's tight, do a bit of a test, make sure there's no leaks, and that's it, ready for out the door. Nice handy little job to get the day started. Very handy sized machine. That'll be ultra useful now with this thumb. I don't know why more guys don't use them here. They're so handy for picking things up. I would love it for around the yard here to clear up all the scrap metal stuff that's too heavy to lift but won't sit on the toes of the forklift. This machine would be awesome for filling skips. So yeah, that's her. So the next little repair on this excavator after I fitted the grab to the dipper is the blade has been damaged and broken in the past, and whoever welded on, unfortunately maybe they weren't on level ground, but it's been left with a bad twist on it. You can see where the weld was, so I'm simply going to cut that weld and put a block under one side and use the bucket and attempt to straighten it, and simply weld it back in level position. So we'll cut it, level it up, check it before welding, and then weld it up. My favourite tool in the whole world, a good old grinder. So I've got a slitting disc fitted to the 4-inch grinder, and there's not much space in there between the hydraulic ram and the blade arms, so more often than not I run the grinder without a guard. Not advisable. Very easy to slip and lose a finger. So yeah, I wouldn't advise it. Even if you're highly experienced, it's easy to have a small lapse in concentration, and next thing you know, you're down a digit. So yeah, don't be copying me in that aspect. So yeah, trying to cut down the inside of the arm here, and it's no fun. So at this stage, probably going to start the machine. There we go. And we'll use the force of the arm to twist the blade, give it a flex, then we'll back off the block and check the blade against the floor. The floor will be our level reference once we've given it a few twists. So that's me checking it against the floor. I'm happy that it's quite level. It's at this stage that I'll probably tack it into its new position. So I'm just removing some of the welds or the mess in preparation for giving it a good weld. And I don't think it'll need any plates to strengthen it, because there's nothing stopping me put extra weld on, so I think that should be sufficient. So there we go, you can see the blade's nice and level, so we'll weld that up solid now. So yeah, if only it was as simple as that. A few little cuts with the slitting disc, cut that through, left the bottom attached, and the simple luxury of a nice level floor to lower it down onto, and a bit of aid from its own arm to force it, and a little block on the opposite side to hold it up to give us the clearance in order to twist it, and hey presto, it's in position. So weld it up, put a little plate on it to add a little strength, and that should be it. So yeah. So that's it, ready for welding. Head down, ass up. That's the way we like to work. But anyway, before you do any welding on the machine, you're going to want to disconnect the battery. Welding is a very high current process, and if it happens to jump across your alternator or your ECU, if the machine has one, it will obliterate any of the small circuits in there. So yeah, disconnect the battery and it'll be fine. So that's it, nice and level, all welded up. I actually didn't bother plating it, I just put multiple runs. It's not very heavy wall thickness, so there's more than enough weld there to equate to wall thickness. So yeah, that's it. Blade fixed, grab thumb attached, repinned, rebushed from top to bottom. Every single pin and bush replaced. So lovely tight machine. Guys, as I said, I was just skimming over this job. I wasn't involved with it from start to finish, but hope you enjoyed it anyway. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I'll keep making the videos, and if you want to see more, click subscribe. Check my other videos, a lot of machinery and off-road and engineering and welding and tractor videos. Hopefully there's something there to interest you. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Till the next time, stay safe. Over and out.